Good morning. It's a little chilly. It is 54 degrees. How's your day going, Dad?
It's going really good. Nice day.
It's not going good. It is not going good. So our auger, hold on. Our auger to load and unload the bins broke again for fourth time? Yeah, the fourth time in 4 days. That thing, it's broke again. What do you want to do? Switch augers? To what? We don't have one. Should I call Todd and see if we can get that one? I mean, this ain't going to be... I can call him and just say, well, how long can we have it? Like how, I mean, can it sit here and we use it as needed?
I don't want to use it for 2 days and I have to take it back.
Exactly, all the way to Dorchester. So, okay, well, on a positive note, we have this reman engine that I put in, this Quadtrac, and I have not been keeping you guys up to date on this, but our engine went out. We got a reman from CNH, and now I put that in and it's ready to fire today. They're actually coming because the injectors need to be programmed to the tractor because now there are different injectors. So, but you need that special computer to do that. They're going to come out and we're going to get this thing fired up for the first time. And I think we're all pretty excited here. So the first thing I need to do though is just wrap up the turbochargers. I was waiting on one turbocharger to get rebuilt because a bunch of valve train parts went through them. And I just need to connect some, the oil drain, the oil feed, and some of the exhaust tubing and piping. So let's keep going on that because I think Jake's going to be here in like an hour or two.
Well, it ain't going to run initially.
No, but...
We got the injectors on hook.
Oh, I hope everything's installed correctly. That's good. I heard water go through the system. Oh, I got the fuel shut off. The fuel shut off.
There you go. See, Anna? Yeah, good job. There you go. It's working now. There's nothing going yet.
We have the harness unplugged. We don't want it to start.
Oh, I thought you wanted it to start.
Oh.
What? So we're just working on one sensor here that's giving us some problems, and we think the sensor's faulty, but I'll let you guys know. Jake just left. I just got it fired up again for you guys. It runs like a top. We had a little issue with an engine crankcase breather sensor, which was just bad. The sensor's bad. We replaced that. and she is running like a top. Absolutely awesome. What a great feeling after doing all this work. I know I haven't been keeping track of it on YouTube for you guys, but it's been many hours of work getting the engine out, getting the new one in, so on and so forth. So what a great day to have this running, and I don't know what to say. But now let's get the hood on and let's get everything kind of buttoned up, all these tools cleaned up and outside, hooked onto an implement, and was working pretty hard to break it in. We have more problems on the shop. Our auger, something's wrong with it, we don't know, but we're gonna get it pulled out right now and see what's broke. Things are breaking at an alarming rate around here. So let's get this guy shut down. My horn doesn't work. What are my signal lights? I'll have to check that out. Right when the truck, like the whole thing. The whole thing. Not just when the trucks come through. I'm sure. You know what's happening is it's got to come out of that bearing. Yeah, okay.
Just telling me, Adam.
Okay. Now what? Let go. Okay. Let go. Get that?
Anybody know who I am on that show?
No, you're never on there.
I know. That's right.
I mean, it ain't gonna just fall out of there, that's for sure.
Well, maybe that's our problem now. Block the wheels, block them. Let them come ahead a little bit.
Yeah, come ahead.
A little more?
Can we go forward?
Yeah, go down.
Go down. Adam, just let it go, we'll sort of block.
I'm right over. Point that fast.
Okay, good. Now come up and help Russell and me.
Two. Another section.
Here's our problem.
Here it is.
Here's our problem. Yeah, let's take it apart here, guys. Yeah.
That's not good. That is not good.
Okay. Do it again, guys.
Get that flighting.
There's nothing there.
There's your problem. Oh my God.
My God. Okay.
Well, there's your problem. So we had the batteries drained pretty good. So I'm gonna disconnect them from each other and charge them up individually. We're gonna lift it up. We're gonna come around here and lift it way high in the air and set it down.
Coming through here? Yep. Just easy, Adam. Russell, you good? Back up plenty of room, Adam. Get over
might be a little side shift left. Or we can, you and I can hold it and go down. Yeah, no.
Which way do you guys go, Adam?
Don't, whatever you do, don't put it down.
No.
That's everything but the mess. So we'll clean it up and get her out of here. Throw all the stuff in a bucket and do it later. How big of a bucket do we have? All right, let's go make some noise with this thing. It's got all of 5 minutes on the motor. And we're gonna get it out with our Pro-Till and kind of break it in. Nothing too crazy, but we definitely want to get it worked and get those piston rings seated. Yeah, everything looks good. Went back together nicely. We have enough fuel and exhaust fluid. Look at the mess that we left in this shop. I'll go show you guys, but it's bad. Four months worth of mess. This thing hasn't moved in 4 months. Look at this. That's a mess. 4 months, right? April, end of April. That's nuts. I can smell the paint burning off the engine and exhaust parts. So that's how you know she's pretty new. She is very new, but let's go give her. Flashers, beacon, check. Let's go. It's working! Look at this! Look at that, guys. We're going, and it's running great. I don't have the Pro-Till set real deep in the ground. I figured I just wanted to get it under a little bit of a pull, but it actually, I should set it down a little bit. It's not working the engine very hard, only at about 66% load, sometimes not even that much. So we'll get out at the end. Let's take some plates out the Pro-Till, and let's make this thing pull a little bit harder. But currently, here's what we're doing. About 2,000 RPM, not a problem. 57% load. Pro-Till, pulling it like a boss. Woo! I am so happy. This is amazing. We got to get this thing pulling a little harder. This ain't right. So let's take out, let's go down. Well, we want it very down. We'll go 1 inch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's leave 4 plates in. Let's try that. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Taking out 3 plates. Make sure they're both equal on the same, each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's important that they're equal. You don't want them to make that mistake. That's a bad boo-boo. Okay, this should definitely pull harder. Number 1, we're going to be going up a slight grade, or up a hill. And number 2, we just dropped that thing 1.5 inches, which doesn't seem like a whole lot, but when you're trying to go 11 or 12 miles an hour, it's a big deal. So just be aware that it's a lot. Let's get up to 8th gear here. And drop her. 12th gear, about 2,000 RPM. Right there, and it really still isn't having an issue, but now we're up into that 90%, 98 percentile engine load, and that's what I was hoping for. I mean, I don't want to work this thing to death, but I want to make sure that we're under a good load. We'll get everything seated, those piston rings and all the valves all seated nicely. Much better, much better. All right, so I feel like I got everything up to temperature really good. We did about 25 acres worth of pro-tilling, which doesn't take that long. And now we're gonna get this thing folded up, get it home, and let's go check over. Well, I'll just make sure it's all checked over. You don't need to come with me for that, but I'll make sure everything's good. There's no leaks, the oil's good, coolant's good. And I think I can write this thing off as a check mark. It is done. And if you guys, like I said before, I haven't been really updating the YouTube page as far as what's going on with the Quadtrac, but this thing broke in April while we were doing field work getting ready for planting, which is 4 or 5 months ago. And it was a struggle to find an engine and figure out what was wrong with it. And it turns out that the exhaust valve seat broke, which ruined a piston, ruined the liner, ruined the cylinder head, broke the valve, went through both turbochargers, and caused an absolute ton of damage to that engine. So we ended up tracking down another long block, and we put that in. And between getting more parts and finding the time to get it done, because it takes a substantial amount of time, 5 months has went by. And now this thing is done just in time for our fall tillage. There really wasn't a lot of summer tillage to do. There was a few hundred acres of pro-tilling to do for some cover crops, which our 410 on tracks easily handled that. And but it does feel good not to have to rely on that one high precision tractor, that we can rely now on our big muscle. So let's get this thing back. Let's get it tucked away, let it cool down. We'll check all the fluids. But in the meantime, I need to get the grain drill out and get it greased up, because I do have a friend that's going to come and use it. But I want to make sure it's out. We have to move a few pieces of equipment and make sure it's greased up. So that's the next step. Shoot, now I gotta remember where I put the grain drill. I know it's here somewhere. Yeah. We'll keep this guy here for now and grab that skid steer. Well, there we go. I got our neighbor off with our grain drill, got it greased up for him, and he is off to the races, so he'll be good to go for that. And now I actually coach my son's basketball team, so I actually have a practice meeting tonight, so we're gonna get that taken care of. And tomorrow we're gonna get this cleaned up. We got a lot of stuff to get ready to plant some wheat, so stay tuned for that. We're gonna get that Quadtrac back in the field, and lots happening, so we'll see you next time.